What's going on, everyone? So Christian Wood, unfortunately, posted like 2 weeks ago now. I'm back, y'all, and I'm coming back next season with a vengeance. Then, a couple days ago, we get the news that Lakers Christian Wood knee out 8 weeks after setback. Gearing up, getting ready for the season. Fortunately, now has to have another surgery, second surgery, to kind of get his knee right. And even Christian Wood himself said, damn, I was just feeling like my old self again and was in peak shape. Minor setback for a major comeback. And to my fans, don't stop believing in me. And I won't. Christian Wood, I got you back. I believe in Christian Wood. I think Christian Wood has the potential to have a real impact on this Lakers roster. I mean, it's this time last year, the conversation was Christian Wood could potentially be the piece to put the Lakers over the top. Right? The Lakers and Lakers fans and media, everybody was waiting around for Christian Wood. And what was he going to do? Was he going to go to Miami? Was he going to go to another team? Was he going to go to the Lakers? Right? Kind of boiled down, it seemed like it was between Miami and the Lakers. And ultimately, he chose the Lakers. And he had a very disappointing season, which sucks. It's unfortunate. But I also think part of it, he just injury. He had a lot of, baby mama drama and just chaos going on off court behind the scenes, which I'm sure was a big distraction and didn't make things easy for his rehab and recovering. And as he's trying to do all this other stuff that's off court and just deal with life, right? And then also, I don't think he got any favors from Darvin Ham, right? I did a whole video breaking down statistically Christian Wood and his impact and, compared to past seasons and the season with Darvin Ham and the Lakers. So definitely check that video out after this one if you're interested in that regard. But Darvin Ham utilized Christian Wood as if he was a 3-and-D wing as opposed to a big man that on occasion can step out and knock down the three and can defend in the pick and roll, can defend, not really a great rim protector. He's good if you funnel the offensive player into him, right? So say Jared Vanderbilt. I know I'm using him as an example and he's injured too, but he's our best guy at funneling guys. If Christian Wood is your rim protector, which again, he's not really a rim protector, but let's say he is, he's covering the center position while Anthony Davis is on the bench. Having a guy like Jared Vanderbilt be able to funnel the offensive player into Christian Wood can clean it up all day. But when you put Christian Wood on an island in which he has to be the primary shot blocker and the main, the last line of defense, yeah, it's a little rough. But he is good and versatile defensively because of his size and his length, where he's able to step out and defend out on the perimeter and stuff, right? But that doesn't mean that he should be solely a 3-and-D wing, right? He primarily on offense was just standing at the top of the key the entire game, right? And how many times do we see the Lakers offense just go completely stagnant? Completely stagnant. And it's you have a guy in Christian Wood who you can dump the ball down to. Put him on the block, tell him to go get established position, dump the ball down to him, and let him go get a bucket or get fouled and get to the foul line or whatever, right? Same thing with guys like Rui Hachimura. Why is Rui just standing in the corner all game? Put him on the block. He has one of the best percentages when you're talking about the mid-range. Put him on the block. Let him go to work, right? It was crazy to me. But the Lakers also are in this position to where, Christian Wood makes a ton of sense as the Lakers because of his versatility, right? His ability to slot in and play the 5, his ability to slot in and play the 4. Although I think there's an argument he's probably best at the 4 because he is, again, a little undersized at the 5. I do think certain matchups, certain games, you can kind of get away with it. Obviously, right now, the Lakers don't really have many options at the center position, period. Anthony Davis even recently said that he doesn't want to play the center spot as much. Not saying that he doesn't want to play it at all. He just basically look, I don't want to play 40 minutes a game at the center spot, right? Can I at least split it up, right? So Christian Wood, I do think go a long way because you can slot him alongside Anthony Davis and, have him back up Anthony Davis or LeBron, both, right? To have that guy that has the versatility, a guy that he's not that far removed from being, a 17-8 guy or 18-7 guy, right? Like, it's a guy that can go get you rebounding, go get you buckets, can score the basketball, do an array of things, and I do believe can have a real impact on this Lakers team. But there is also, do you salary dump him or add him in a trade in order to pull something off if the Lakers are able to pull off some type of trade, right? Do the Lakers at some point look to move him? Now, I think that they'll probably move Cam Reddish first. If they get another big man, I think that they will move Jackson Hayes first. So, like, let's say they trade Giannis Valanciunas, right? Let's say the Lakers go and do the move for Giannis Valanciunas and they want to free up a roster spot. I could see them when they get Valanciunas trading Jackson Hayes as that, like, hey, let's salary dump him and that way we can bring in, a Jordan Goodwin because we're trading, a Gabe Vincent, just to use names as an example. I could see something like that. If they do a trade for, Jeremy Grant, I could see them, giving up Cam Reddish in that deal. Now, I think it's also possible, let's say the Lakers do both of those deals. Again, just examples. I think that there is an argument to keep Christian Wood over everyone else because, again, of his versatility and what he can provide off the bench and his ability to essentially play 3 through 5. I mean, I wouldn't play him at the 3 often, but I do think in certain matchups, certain scenarios you can. I mean, we saw it in the in-season tournament, and he actually did a very good job. And he was defending Kevin Durant, of all people, and was clamps, right? Like, so that, to me, I think, again, just shows and kind of screams his versatility. But once again, like, obviously, I don't think he's untouchable or he's untradeable or anything like that, but I think he should be the last to go out of your vet minimum guys, personally, right? The other side of things is that, like, if he returns and stays healthy, that's the biggest question. Does this become a persistent thing? Just like with Jared Vanderbilt, like, there's concerns with that. Like, Jared Vanderbilt dealing with the foot injury, does it become a persistent thing? Christian Wood got hurt on a setback, ramping up and getting ready for the start of the season or training camp, and then ultimately the season, right? Like, is this the surgery that kind of gets things right? And also, how long does it take before he returns? Again, he's out at least 8 weeks. They are supposed to reevaluate him in 8 weeks. That doesn't mean that he's getting actual court action in 8 weeks. Doesn't mean like that, no, I mean, it could be several months. I mean, he could miss half the season. I do think if he can get back and be right and be healthy, right? And if what he's saying is true, he's, back in, peak, just shape, and he's been working on his game and he's getting everything right and he's back for a vengeance, right? Like, if all his words can translate into actions, then yes, watch out. I think that he's going to be terrifying. Right? I think he has potential to really have a major impact for Lakers. And I'm not talking about like, he's going to be like a 20-15 guy or anything like that. But I'm saying as like your 8th option, if he can come in and give you 10-5, that's excellent, right? For that type of role and what you're going to need from him, what you're asking from him on a regular basis. Again, his versatility, I think, is massive and is going to go a long way and is going to be able to really help this Lakers team. His ability to make plays, to score the basketball, to shoot from the mid-range, from the three-point range, to get to the basket, right? Like, he has so much versatility. And, again, if he can, all the words that he's saying, if that can translate into actual gameplay, it's a guy that I think can really have an impact for Lakers. Now, is it like, Christian Wood, if he gets back to peak top shape, that's it, Lakers are the best team in the league? No, but I do think that the Lakers will be much better with a better version of Christian Wood. There's no denying. Again, this time last year, people were, even Laker haters were like, Lakers are going to be tough. All right, Christian Wood might be the thing that puts them over the top. And now it's like, Christian Wood's trash. Like, no one was saying that before. No one was saying that when, people were crying. They're like, oh, LeBron's got a stacked team again, and da-da-da-da-da. They just got Christian Wood. How much talent do the Lakers need? Right now, all of a sudden, everyone's washed. Now, all of a sudden, everyone's trash. Right? Again, I don't like what we saw for Christian Wood last year, but I also don't think it was all solely on him. Now, again, he didn't do himself any favors. He didn't shoot the ball well, right? There was a lot going on, but I also don't think he got any favors from the head coach. I don't know. I have a lot of faith in Christian Wood. Obviously he needs to get right, needs to get healthy. That's the biggest thing. But if he can get healthy, I have a ton of faith in Christian Wood. I think Christian Wood can have a real impact. Again, 10-5. Right? Which I don't think is that far-fetched. And some people might think and go like, oh man, 10-5, like that's not, like, it is, again, when you're the 7th, 8th, 9th guy. If he was the 2nd or 3rd guy, yeah. Right? Like, yeah, that's not good at all. But again, like, he's not going to start. Right? Like, he's, depending on how everything shapes up, you got to imagine that you're probably inserting, Max Christie and, Dalton Connect potentially, and these guys, even before Christian Wood's going to be 8th, 9th guy. So, yeah, I think it's fine. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think Christian Wood yet? Do this guy's going to have a huge impact for the Lakers this upcoming season? Are you excited for his impact? Do you think like, it's kind of, he's not going to do too much because he's not going to get the role and the shots and the minutes and whatnot? Do you think that, and have concerns that this might become potentially a persistent issue and something that the Lakers are going to have to deal with year in and year out, with Christian Wood just dealing with little injuries and little knick-knack things? Or do you think like, nah, he'll be fine. It'll all work itself out. Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. It helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.